Okay, next up, I see him on deck, John Sweeting. Come on up here. John will give our Registration Services Department report.
All right, and this I think is my last presentation of these 2 days, and it's a very hard one because I have to follow that act that Mark gave up here, and I don't have any animal stories, so I'm just going to jump right into the presentation. It's just going to go through current staff, org served. We'll just do this quickly. So this is the team. It's myself, Lisa Lydell, who manages the team and actually makes sure all the work does get done. Kathy Clements, who is now on 21 years at ARIN. She's been there from the start, and she is our lead for all transfers. She is the transfer expert. John Worley, who is our tech services expert, he is actually, since we had that question from Anthony Dela Cruz just before the break in the last meeting, he has already reached out to Anthony. They've already set up a time to go through and clean up all of Anthony's bogus inputs in our IRR, so that's how fast we work. Eddie Diego, who's back at the office, senior analyst, customer service senior analyst. Mike Papano, you might have met him. He's out here at the help desk. I hope everybody had a chance to stop by and talk to those guys and help them. Let them help you. Masuk, who does a lot of our transfers. Jonathan Roberts, who does all our org creations and a lot of other tasks. Susan Evans, who is a paralegal, who really looks after works with Jennifer Lee a lot on bankruptcies and really digging into the really, really tough cases. Jennifer should be part of this team. She spends most of her time working on it. She's an honorary member of the RSD team, and she's in the back there. I hope you guys got a chance to meet her. James has also been out there. Oh, James over there waving at everybody. He was out at the help desk as well, and then Sean Sullivan, who does the majority of our 8-3 transfers. Organizations that are served by ARIN, we have legacy organizations that 15,700, 41% of them members. Members are, of course, the ISPs and anyone under an RSP, registration services plan. That's 16%, and then our customers, which consists mostly of end users, which is 42%. IPv4 RSA Coverage and /24s. As you can see, there is 48% under the standard RSA, 12% under LRSA, so we're up over 60% covered under an agreement. And just under 39.9% that aren't covered by an agreement. There you go. There's the growth of under agreements, and of course the delta of the not under agreements going down. There's a word that can be used, and I can't think of it. Sorry, I'm getting old.
Declining.
Declining. I'm declining. No, I think John was talking about the chart.
Talk about the chart.
All right. The IPv4 waiting list growth, as you can see, since the new policy was put into effect, we have actually served a whole lot of customers off the last two iterations of the issuance, and the list has gone way down. I believe as of today, we're sitting at 137 organizations on the wait list. These are the reserve pools. As you can see, there's a lot of space available. These are, it's different numbers, but we wanted to just show it all in the same thing. So the 444 pool is actually a /15 that was reserved, and the 410 pool was a /10. So we put the numbers in there too. But as you can see, there's a lot available still. Registration services plan, IPv6 profile. IPv6 only is 9%. IPv4 and IPv6 is 49.9%, and IPv4 only is 40%. So that's direct from ARIN. That's the profiles. Realizing that some of the IPv4 only could have IPv6 from their upstreams, as well as the ones that have IPv6 only could actually also have IPv4 from their upstreams. So the end user IPv6 profile, it's not quite as much IPv4 only, 74%, but as I said, some of those could have IPv6 from their upstreams. That could become apparent in the next slide or the slide after that. So it's going to be this slide. So this is an interesting slide that I haven't shown before, but John Worley was looking at all this stuff, and he came up with this, and he showed it to me, the figures, and I thought, well, that's very interesting. It's actually I think, a better story than the last slide. This is showing the actual networks that have been issued each year. So these are reassignments and reallocations. And as you can see, it's by year. So there was 68, there's projected to be 68,669 this year, 51,000 last year. So you can see in 2015 is when people actually started reassigning and reallocating IPv6 networks. I see Owen looking at it, so I'm going to leave it up for a second for him to look at it. Got it? Okay. Lisa instituted a policy within RSD, and she didn't take it through the PDP, but it's still a good policy. She has her staff every year. That each of them get assigned a topic to write a blog about. And in 2019, you can see the blogs that some of the blogs that were written and shared. It's become quite a good resource for the different questions that come into the help desk. And since these are the people that actually sit there and talk to the customers every day, they actually can capture some really good tips and experiences to share with the community. We would also like to ask for input from the community on what kind of topics they would like to see some blogs written on for 2020. The telephone help desk, of course, I think you also saw, I think Mark maybe talked about it. We're actually going to have a chat. We're going to actually add chat to the help desk as well. So next meeting, I'll probably be talking about some chat statistics as well. But the phones are staffed 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time, Monday to Friday. We have an average wait time of 17 seconds, which I'm told like 15 of those seconds are you're listening to the welcome to ARIN, blah, blah, blah. And then you go into queue and you get picked up right away. These are the most common topics. Transfer-related questions are very, they're the biggest things because transfers are very complicated sometimes. And that's it. And like I did say, we are going to start chat. We're not actually sure what the hours of the chat will be. It may be the full time that we have the phone to, or we may start out trying to figure out what the impact's going to be. So we'll announce it when we get ready to launch it.
Any questions on the RSD report? Wow, he gets off easy. Okay.
Oh.
Remote.
So close.
Yeah, you try to close it way too fast. Anthony De La Cruz from CenturyLink says, thanks, amigos. Service team is great.
Okay.
Awesome. What we like.
One more comment.
Oh,
please.
one more.
On this, sorry, John. On the slide with the IPv4 only versus IPv6, this is Kevin Locke, QTS.
Yep.
Slide with IPv4 only, IPv6 only. One other use case that you may not have thought of is orgs with multiple org IDs. They may have, especially if, since v4 run out, maybe they created a new org ID for a new discrete network that could only get v6, so it shows up as a v6 only, but they have access to v4 through their other related entities. So,
Good point. And with you just saying that, it led me to think about the fact that when we do these things, we probably count the -Z accounts that are legacy,
Right.
with legacy agreements,
In that category.
that might not have v6 in them, so it could, yeah.
Right. Separate ID.